So hey everyone, I'm JJ again, and there's Shelby, and here is our baby's whelping box. I'll have to make another video about that, explaining why we went to a whelping box from a pool, but it's evident, like you're going to end up having to get one. So here are the babies, and I've been trying to make a video to let you guys know what basically share our story with Shelby when she went into labor. We did a lot of research, and even with that, we were still not prepared for the unexpected. So Shelby labored she went into labor on Saturday and didn't actually give birth till Monday. So she labored for more than 48 hours, and it was hard because she was panting, she was panting really heavy, and didn't want to leave my side, and was very, very needy of us in the midst of her labor. And it was active labor for more than 48 hours, which is really more than a long time for them. So anyway, to make a long story short, we had to take her to a vet. I was communicating with the vet at the time because I don't have a specified vet. I just kind of go wherever the best price is. But anyway, I recommend getting a vet that you really trust and really loves dogs and is there for you guys' best interest, because since we didn't do that, because we didn't anticipate problems, we ended up taking her to the closest one here that was open in the middle of the night. So anyway, she labored for a long time. Come Monday, no puppies came out, so we had decided to take her that Monday morning to see what the problem was, because there could be something wrong if they labored for that long. But anyway, when I got there, the vet wanted to do a C-section before he even met my dog. He came in, walking in, talking about a C-section, so that was kind of rough because I didn't want to cut her open. But anyway, ask for other options, which is you guys' right to do. Ask for options. You don't have to always go with what the vet says. So we asked for the options, and the option was for them to give her a shot of oxytocin, which in doggy world it's just a shot that enhances their contractions, enables them to push out the baby and contract harder. Just kind of like females, when we get Pitocin to help us deliver, it's kind of the same thing, but for dogs. So anyway, we did that. We had a time frame. They gave her the shot early in the morning, and we had till 1 p.m. to actually have a puppy. But it was 1:45, and we still hadn't had a puppy, so we were worried. But lo and behold, 5 minutes to 1 o'clock, she started pushing, so we were real excited. I remember my husband walking over saying, JJ, she's pushing. So I ran over, got my gloves on, and it was really new to her because it was her first litter. So she jumped out of the pool and tried to deliver, literally walking, but one of the puppies actually fell into my hand, which was a pretty amazing experience. So if you haven't had a litter before, get prepared, because it's so beautiful, and it's a great experience, and it can be a good one. So anyway, she had her babies back-to-back, 3 back-to-back within an hour and a half. So the key things to look for is if you see your female is pushing, literally pushing, you see her pushing, contracting and pushing out a puppy, and you can see the puppy down below her vagina area, and you don't see that in half an hour she's pushed that puppy out. I think the longest is an hour. You should definitely call the vet and see, because it's possible that the puppy could be stuck in the birth canal or is having trouble. So that's why it's important to have a vet on hand. And another thing is every puppy should come between half an hour to about 4 hours. So you should be having a puppy every half hour or at the longest 4 hours. But that wasn't the case with our dog either. After she delivered the third puppy, she kind of went into a resting state, which I don't blame her, because she had been laboring for a long time. So I think she was really exhausted, and so she kind of took her time with the fourth puppy. And for us, we actually waited 5 hours, which we shouldn't have. But since she didn't look like she was in distress or anything, we didn't freak out. But then after the 5.5 hour mark, we said, okay, let's call the vet. Plus, they were calling us as well, communicating with us, trying to find out if she'd had the fourth puppy. Because prior to the first visit, when I did take her in, we had an x-ray done, and we knew that we were having 5 puppies. So we knew we had 3, but we had 2 more to go. But number 4 never came around, so we ended up having to take her right back to the vet. And with a lot of thought, we just decided maybe it was best for her to have a C-section. I mean, they kept telling us, too, that they kind of put a little scare in us, because they kept saying, do you want to have stillborn puppies? And, of course, we didn't want to have that. Plus, we knew that she been through a lot already, so we said, well, we'll just go ahead and do the C-section, I guess. But the thing about the C-section is once a C-section, always a C-section, just like women. So if I ever had decided to breed her after, I would be bound to a C-section for however many times I bred her, which I'm not about breeding my dog, ridiculously or not. This is her first litter and she's 5. But, yeah, it kind of sucks because now if we ever did do that, we'd always have to pay for a C-section, which is not cheap. We paid about $1,100 for our C-section. So that's a lot of money. So anyway, we had to take the 3 puppies that were just born into the vet along with her. We had to leave them overnight. It was stressful. The vet was not that nice, not sympathetic towards our situation. They were, in my opinion, they were horrible, but it is what it is, and we were stuck with them. So 3 hours later, they gave us a call, and instead of having 5 puppies, we had 7 boxers, which was a surprise because in the x-ray they had seen 5 confirmed babies, but you never know. There's always some hiding, and that was our case. So if you get an x-ray and your puppies are, and they're saying you have 6, it's possible you might have more, So anyway, to make a long story short, I'm trying. She's healthy. I have 7 beautiful boxers, but, it was very stressful, and we had a hope that it would have gone a lot easier, and it didn't. And after I did a lot of research and read all those horror stories, it happened to us. So expect the unexpected because you just never know. And and another thing is when we did the C-section, we had to neuter Shelby because once you do a cesarean section, they're always going to have complications when they carry other litters. And like I said, they'll always be bound to a C-section. So we had to go ahead and neuter her. So for that reason, we're keeping that little Missy right there, the one with the white full boxer with the fawn patch. That's going to be our baby, and she's a female. So in case later down the road, we may want to breed her another time. So who knows? So anyway, that's that. And hope you guys that are expecting litters, I hope that everything goes great. Make sure you have all your stuff on hand, though, because it's important. Your dog may very well let you interact. Like my dog let me do a lot for her, help her stimulate the babies, take the sack off the baby, because at first she was she didn't know what to do. So be prepared, and you can start out. I'm going to make another video on whopping boxes versus the pool, because we started out with a pool, but this is what we ended up with. We actually made this box, and I think it looks pretty cool. So the best for Shelby. Anyway, best of luck to you guys, and I hope the video helps. Leave your feedback if you have any, and if you guys are expecting a litter, share with me. I'd love to see them. I'm a true boxer lover. So I'm out. Bye.